Hi, boys and girls. I'm here today to talk to you about your 3-subject notebook. You should have a 3-subject notebook, and today we're going to label it because starting next week you are going to use it, and they're going to ask you to get out your 3-subject notebook. You're going to use your 3-subject notebook for subjects like reading, math, and writing. Now, in writing, you have another notebook, and we call that your 1-subject notebook, and we call that your writing journal. And I've talked to you about that writing journal several times. So, I want you to get out your 3-subject notebook. This is mine. And sometimes it'll say 3 subjects on it. This one does not. So your 3-subject notebook is cut into 3 sections. So usually there's a split, and you can see it with a divider. This one actually has a folder inside, a pocket. Sometimes they don't. Then there's another split like this. And then there's the last section. So there's 3 sections of paper, notebook paper in it. And we're going to label it so that you know what you're using for each one. On the front of it, you're welcome to write the subjects if you'd like, right up here. Mine's got a different material, so things don't write so well on it, but you need to know what you're using. You could write on the back if you'd like. It's up to you. So I need you to grab like a marker or something to write with, maybe a crayon if you don't have a marker, or even a pencil, just so that you know what you're using it for. So I'm going to grab one, and give me a second. Okay, now, remember, if I write too fast and you decide to write like in bubble letters or something else, just pause the video and you can move on. So the first thing we're going to write at the front, so the first part of it, which would be the first section of your notebook, we are going to use it for reading. So when you're working in reading. So my first section in this notebook, it's got some stuff on it, like this information, and it's hard to write on. So I'm going to just write on this part so that I remember what it's for. So it's reading. In this section, you might put some vocabulary words. You might put the strategies you're using in reading, like your comprehension strategies and things like that. Things that you're learning in reading. So you're going to put that there. The second section you're going to label is math. So you're going to go to the math section. So write math on this section. If you accidentally wrote reading on the second section, you can go back and write math on the first section. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you just make sure you go to the right section each time they're talking to you. So in math, if they ask you to get out your 3-subject notebook and open it to that section, just make sure you go to the section they ask you to go to, okay? So it's no big deal, especially if you're using with a marker. Don't scribble it out or anything. Just make sure you go to the area in the notebook you're working on. So I want to tell you, if they say, please get out your 3-subject notebook and open it up to the math section of your notebook, go to math, and then you turn the page, and that's where you're going to start working, okay? So you go to math, and then you turn the page. All right. Then the last section of the notebook is going to be for writing. In this writing section of your notebook, remember, this is not for journal writing. This is for when you're going to learn about grammar and the writing process and writing ideas and things like that. Like when we start learning about opinion writing and things like that. So we will put those things in this writing area, okay? Now, I could give you a tip that we will use when we get in the classroom, but you could start this at home if you have a chance. If you have any sticky notes or Post-it notes, let me see if I can find one, you could put them in the area or the section that you're on. So I would put it right on the side right here, and I would write writing so that I know I'm going to always turn to that area for writing. And then where my math is, I put one a little bit further down and put it right behind the page where math is, so you can flip it open. You probably don't need to have one where reading is because it's at the very front. But if I did this, I'll show you. This is writing. 1 second. And when you come back to school, if you don't have any, hopefully we do soon, if you're able to. Now, if you're not able to, I totally understand. This is what it would look like. Because then it's just easier to flip to it. This is what this will look like. It's pretty cool. Writing and math. Then you just turn to those areas. And you know, reading is right at the front. So you just turn to reading, and there you go. That's how you label the 3 subject notebook. Now remember, if you accidentally did math at the front, you just move your sticky note, because these help you figure out where to go so you don't get lost when the teacher says, get out your 3 subject notebook, and we're going to turn to math. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.